So in today's class we are going to study about our black box testing, right? In previous class we have seen what is testing and different terms related to testing. Now we will see what is black box testing, but before that some terms are still left, that is testing in small. Okay, so what is testing in small? Obviously from the name we can understand that testing in small means some small quantity is being tested. Where we are testing a small quantity, that is in our unit testing. So software products are normally tested first at individual component, that is our unit level, which is called the unit testing, right? So unit testing is generally called as testing in small, where we are testing in a very small amount or small quantity, that is the unit level. Okay, normally they are first tested at the individual level. Then afterwards the second term, that is our testing in large. Now what is testing in large? Obviously when these units are being integrated, they are made some small modules, or they are taken in small quantity and integrated in some small modules, that is our integration testing. Then these integrated particular systems are being, they are integrated again in a huge quantity, that is our whole system is tested, which is called as our system testing. So after testing all components, okay, after testing all components, the components are tested at each level of integration, that is integration testing. And finally the fully integrated system is tested, which is called our system testing. These two, integrated and system testing, integration and system testing, are testing in large, that is we are now testing in a large quantity. In unit testing we were testing in a very small quantity, that is we were taking some small units, which were breaking the whole system into small units, and we were testing those units one by one. Now in the testing in large, that is we are testing in a large scenario, that is we are integrating those units in small groups or modules, and we are testing those integrated parts, right? That is level of integration, and again the whole system as a whole is tested, and that is called our system testing. That testing is known as the testing in large. So these two are the terms which is related to, again related to your testing. This can be also called, okay, these names are also taken, that is testing in small and testing in large. So basically testing in small means unit testing, and testing in large means integration and your system testing. Then now what is unit testing? Now we are coming for our unit testing. Then so undertaken after a module has been coded and successfully reviewed. This is undertaken when a module had been coded and successfully reviewed. Your particular whatever system you have taken in account, that is after a module, whole module have been tested, it had been coded, you have coded the whole particular module, and it had been successfully reviewed, your review has been done, right? So when this thing is done, that coding and review had been successfully completed, then this unit testing phase comes. The first phase of your testing phase is called, first step your testing phase is called unit testing. So a module when coded and successfully reviewed, this unit testing is started. Unit testing is module testing, also known as module testing. Why? Is the testing of different units or modules of a system in isolation. That is each and every particular module, when you are breaking the whole system into small units or modules, these small units or modules are also, these are tested in isolation. That's it, that is in individual pattern, that individually they are tested. Each and every unit is being individually tested, that is testing in isolation, right? So unit testing is basically module testing, which is different units of a system are tested in isolation, right? That is individually they are tested. Now steps to do in unit testing. What are the steps which are basically done in unit testing? Okay, so the procedures belonging to other modules, whatever things are being, the procedures are belonging to other modules, that the module under test calls. Whatever the module under test, when I am testing a particular module, so it will call those procedures which are being used in the other modules. That is the procedures belonging to other modules whatever procedures are belonging to other modules. Okay, we have so many modules. So if we have 3 modules, suppose, so each and every module is having some procedures, right? So the procedures belonging to other modules, that is, if we are testing this particular module, so the procedures belonging to these 2 modules, the module under test calls, this can call the procedures belonging to these other modules, that is the module under test. This is what is happening in the unit testing. Then non-local data structures that a module accesses, we have to see the non-local data structures, that is the data structures which is not local. So these data structures are which the module under test can access. These can easily access those data structures which are non-local. That unit which is under testing at the particular instant of time, that can easily access the non-local data structures. Then a procedure to call the functions of the module under test with appropriate parameters, that is a procedure to call the functions of the module under test. The procedures to call the functions of the module means functions of this module. Okay, functions of this module, the procedures which have to be called should be with appropriate parameters. You have to see the parameters should be appropriate. For the functions, procedures to call the functions, the parameters should be appropriate. Of whom? The particular module under test. So these are the particular steps which are being followed or which are necessary to see while doing a particular unit testing. Then now what a particular module requires. This is a module, this is a module, and this is a module. So these particular things are known as modules. What we have seen, these are tested in isolation. Each and every module is separately tested because it is called unit testing, since unit or modules are tested in isolation. Each and every module is being tested in isolation, right? So since these are tested in isolation, what a particular module requires, what a particular unit or module requires. Now module requires what? Module are required to provide the necessary environment. What necessary environment? Which either call or are called by the module under test. So the necessary environment, particularly this module is under test. So the necessary environment which is needed for a module under test, that is necessary environment which either call or are called by the module under test. So what are the environments which is called by the module under test? These necessary environments are to be provided by my particular module. Modules are required to provide that one. Is usually not available until they have been unit tested. Stubs and drivers are designed to provide the complete environment for a module. So these modules are required to provide what? A necessary environment, but they are not able to provide this particular environment until they have stubs and drivers. Unit tested stubs and drivers are designed to provide the complete environment of a module. So for unit testing, there are specific stubs and drivers which are needed while providing a particular environment, that is your necessary environment for a module which is calling, okay, which is being called or is calling. That is, modules are required to provide the necessary environment which either call or are called by the module under test, is usually not available. Why it is not available? Since each and every module which is being unit tested, they should have been unit tested stubs and drivers. These stubs and drivers are important, are designed to provide the complete environment for a module. So these stubs and drivers, what is this? We will see in the next class. But these stubs and drivers are generally needed for a module under unit test, which is under unit testing. Why? Since it will provide a necessary environment, this module, but they cannot provide this necessary environment until they have some unit tested stubs and drivers. So this is what is there in the whole particular particular unit testing. Now we will see what is the stubs and drivers, and we will see how unit testing is going on with the help of this stubs and drivers. That we will see in the next class. But till then, whatever we have seen in today's class, if you have any kind of doubt or queries, you can ask me in your comment section. If you have any suggestions related to my classes, you can give that also. So if you like my channel, then you can like, subscribe and share my channel with your friends, so that they can also take some advantage and gather some knowledge from my classes. Till then, take care and goodbye.